This is not how I thought I was going to be starting my 2025. We're only 12 days into it, and we're already doing this shit. Ah! So yesterday, I was trying to make some quirky little TikToks and essentially of, hey, since the app is shutting down, here's where you can find me. And I've noticed there were quite a few people in my comment section saying that my Linktree wasn't working in my bio, so I was like, I wonder if they just type in Linktree Mixie Pup, if it'll pull up. And what did it pull up instead? It pulled up a Twitter account that wasn't mine. And that was just the start to the rabbit hole, let me tell you. I found out I was being impersonated. That was not going to be in any of my bingo cards from 2024, 2025, or honestly whenever, because there's nothing to impersonate me for. Yeah, no, that was like a complete shock. It led to a Twitter account that was Mixie Pup, which is one of my tags, and then the associated account with it in the bio there was probably a monster, which is another one of my tags, and also had one of my recent videos as the profile picture. And then, like, the name on the account for the probably a monster one was Poyasha, and that's my fucking cat. That's my fat black cat. That is Poyasha. Or as my husband calls him, Po Joshua, but regardless, right? Like, that's the name of my fucking cat. Are you kidding me? Looking at some of the stuff, they were going a very political route, and using my branding and my name for it. And that was extremely upsetting to see, especially because I don't like talking politics. It gets me extremely heated, it gets me upset, it gets me in my emotions, and I like when people can get along and be happy, and so I just don't like dealing with the political side. I've been doxxed before because of that shit. Don't want to do it again, you know? Like, that's just something I would rather avoid. Even if it's for like a stance that I have, I don't want somebody else using my face and my voice to be speaking on my behalf for it. Because what if they say something incorrect or something that's really, really fucking controversial? Then it can fall back onto me. And, you know, there have been points already where I've had people, when I was in talking about like fursuit stuff, I had people coming at me supposedly stealing somebody else's stuff. And I was like, excuse me? What do you mean? And so this makes sense because during that time frame when I got accused of stealing shit, my Twitter was deleted. So this fucker has been doing shit under my branding, and it's so fucked up. And it's not even just like it's one or two pictures. They are actively going to my Instagram and taking photos. Like, I just got a Lady Demetress cosplay in because I wanted to cosplay her, especially playing Resident Evil Village. It's one of my favorite horror games. Really enjoyed the story. Love Ethan Winters. And they took it. It was like I just did a test fit to make sure it fits because I've gained weight in certain areas and I've lost weight in certain areas. And so cosplays, a lot of them, when I've been getting them in, have not been fitting me correctly. So I've had to like send them back right away. So I wanted to do a test fit, and I was actually really happy to see that the Lady Demetress cosplay fit me literally perfectly. So I posted, yippee, test fit. Like, I'm so excited. I have my Lady Demetress cosplay. The hat is right now sitting on Clarence's head right next to me. And the person took it and said, "Mommy's waiting for you," or something like that. Anybody who knows me knows I despise being called mommy. I am not mommy. I am not a mommy individual. No. I don't give off any sort of mommy energy in the slightest. I'm not a mommy. And, like, it's frustrating. It's so fucking frustrating. And it led to Facebook profiles. I need to also jump back and also mention the fact that their bio is a one-to-one to my Facebook. Meaning they've seen my Facebook, they looked at my bio, and then they literally copied and pasted, and the only word that they changed out was because they're not a cosplayer, they're a shit poster. But it's a one-to-one to my fucking bio. This is a whole other level of being deranged that I honestly never thought could fucking happen, at least to me. Like, I've had people take my shit before, and I've ended up on dating profiles before. I've had people try to confront me saying, you've been catfishing guys, you're cheating on your husband. And I'm like, bitch, who the fuck are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Apparently it was a dating profile in fucking Quebecois, Quebec, French Canada. Listen, just because my best friend is in Quebecois, whatever you want to fucking call it, right? Does not mean I live there, nor do I want to date the men from there. I am happily married. I love my husband. His PC setup is right behind mine, so I can torment him. You see how close we are? I love this man. He's at work right now, paying the bills. Love him. But this guy, like, full on tried to go ham on me on Facebook and was like, I found your Facebook. You're cheating on your husband. I bet he doesn't even know. I'm like, look at the location. Where does it say I'm from? Where's it say I'm from? Not fucking Quebec. You look at the profile's literally saying that my parents were stupid when they named me Kaysen. Bitch, my legal name isn't even fucking Kaysen. Everybody knows this. Or at least people who are in my fucking community know this. I just prefer to go by the name Kaysen because I don't like my dead name. Contacted the fucking data site. They took the fucking profile down. Unfortunately, Facebook and all the other ones, go figure. Go figure. They don't want to take it down. I got bitches all on my dick. No, but in all seriousness, like, it wasn't just like one Facebook profile. There's two separate ones, and then there's one for a podcast. And I'll be very straight. I'll be very, very honest. I was not nice at all. And frankly, when it comes to my branding and my face being used by somebody else for their own agenda, I think it's kind of understandable that I wasn't really nice about it. Straight up told them to go get their own fucking face. I'd have said they were a little bit of a waste of air for that shit. Especially because he had the audacity to tell me to take my negativity elsewhere while using my face and my branding. Like, obsessively using it. And we also found out while continuously doing digging is not only were they a background character in my Discord, because one of my friends ended up actually noticing the fact that some of these photos that they were using were only ever posted in the Discord. Meaning you had to have been a member of the Discord and have access to certain channels to be able to view them. So they were a vetted member of the community, and they were doing this shit. And then on top of that, they've also been doing this shit since 2021. In 2020, they were going by a different name, and then on May 4th is the first time they started referring to themselves as Kaysen. And listen, okay? We could go with the whole everything's just a coincidence. Like, he might have just liked your profile picture and used it. This bitch took my engagement photos and edited them. Listen, Kaysen, listen. Similar, we do share names sometimes. I've met a few Kaysen. Listen, that's not the point. I know multiple people can be named Kaysen. I don't own the name Kaysen. I get that. The problem is when they used an iteration that only I've ever fucking used for the name Kaysen, and that everybody has literally told me it's fucking stupid for doing. And that is Kaysen. I have never met, and nobody else has ever fucking met somebody with this kind of iteration. Especially with the kind of branding that I have. That is just way too much of a fucking coincidence for my taste, okay? That one right there, this one just, it seals the deal that this guy has an absolute fucking obsession with me and has been actively using my shit for years without me knowing. One of the huge frustrations that I have with this is the fact that in some of the podcast, they're referencing my life as if they're living it. They're from what one of the people who have been helping me gather information on this, what they were able to find out is in one of the podcasts, they have mentioned essentially the scenario where I was with my ex-husband and I had my girlfriend, and they were talking essentially as if they were in that situation themselves. And that's just really, really fucking frustrating because it's making me wonder if they're role-playing other aspects of my life. And especially with what happened last year, I was in South Carolina with my dying mother, taking care of her. And so, while this is absolutely speculation right here, I'm going to be absolutely fucking livid if I find out that this person has been role-playing that they just lost their mother in some aspect to people online. And I'm not a costume. I'm not a mask that you can just put on and decide that, oh, I'm now who you are. You can figure out who you are without needing to use somebody else's life story and without needing to use what somebody else has gone through as a fucking role play, right? I'm a whole individual person. I am my own person. I've gone through my own fucking hardships, and I have crawled to get to where I am today. I have crawled up from the fucking pits of hell multiple different fucking times, and it's disgusting finding out that someone has been actively role-playing who I am. It's disturbing, it's morbid. There's there's absolute fucking mental illness in this. This is a fucking grippy socks vacation. I'm not even tiptoeing around that. This is disturbing and deranged in so many other fucking ways, and shit like this shouldn't happen to anybody. And I'm not the only person who this person has been using for profile pictures. I don't know who the other people are, but they've been taking people's profile pictures, specifically women, and trying to brand themselves as that, and then taking cosplay photos and photos from other people's accounts and doing the same thing. There's a history here, and it seems like I was just the biggest obsession with this, and it's gross. It's disgusting. It's downright angering, I would say. This was not at all what I thought was going on. Honestly, I had no fucking clue, and honestly, had it not been for TikTok shutting down and me trying to just simply Google if you can find me from Linktree Mixie Pup, I would have never found this shit happening. I would have never found it out. And it's exceedingly upsetting on the fact that, you know, I'm a married woman. I have a husband. I love my husband exceedingly. Like, he is the best fucking person in my life. And to find out that somebody is essentially trying to brand me as something that I'm not is just really, really fucking frustrating, because not only is it damaging to me, but it's also misleading to other fucking people. Because who knows if this person has attempted to date somebody else and the people that they're talking to genuinely thinks that these profile pictures and these things are of them. Especially when there's nothing else on certain accounts and I'm the only thing being presented. It's just, it's not okay in the fucking slightest. But there's that. How's your 2025 going?